podcast of this other compa the other day, and they went over there, and they were like all like they were dressed like cholos.
Yeah. They have their own culture.
So then they wear like lobes, and then and they take off their lobes, and like, oh shoot, it's a straight Japonés.
Yeah, they have lowriders. They love us. They love us.
But I kind of connected too, because I also like that whole samurai movies and all that. I'm like, and those guys were.
So I guess what I was trying to say with the flag is, like, you know how instead of raising an American flag or raising an Mexican flag, I felt more comfortable raising one that represented both at the same time, because I wanted to show, like, hey man, together I've always wanted to show, even in my music, even in my events, I've always wanted to show that I always have 2 radio stations, 2 restaurants, 2 shops that sell the same thing, and people are like, how do you do that? Because usually when one person sells the same thing as another person, it's competition, and they're like, nah, I don't want to work with them. But I've always showed, like, hey man, like, nah, like, look at the outcome, you know?
Tell us how has your journey been, man? I know it hasn't been
no,
a smooth one.
I've done this half my life, man. I officially started at the age of 16. I tell people, you know, like, I told you I was performing at the age of 5, but my music journey started at the age of 16, you know. But I did have success right away, man. Like, at the age of 17, while still in high school, I was rolling with Lean Like a Cholo. So he had already sold 3 million copies. So he was already platinum. He was like, my first big show was at the University Arena. I've said this before. In front of 7,000 people, bro, at the university. I opened up for Nelly. That was my first big show.
Wow.
First big show. And I still got to go back to high school and talk about it. So think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it, to me.
So how did you get in there? Was it because of
Lean Like a Cholo. He was on the bill, and he brought me out, let me do my own song. It was cool, man. It was cool.
What's his name?
Down, aka Kilo. Yeah. Now a lot of people don't mention him and stuff, but I've always mentioned him because, like, honestly, he made it realistic for all of us here.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's probably like, there's Anderson .Paak. Yeah, there's Anderson .Paak. There's Kilo. But if you really think about what song really, like, lived on forever, like, Lean Like a Cholo is probably gonna live on forever,
man.
You know?
Forever. And it just right away gravitated to, like, every barrio, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So that song is probably, you know, like, one of the biggest out of Oxnard. So I always give him his props. I don't care what he does now or what he's doing. I give him his props.
No, I actually got to go to his studio that was over by A Street, like by their casa out there.
That's cool.
And it was cool, man. That was one of the first, like, he let me record behind the scenes. That was before Lean Like a Cholo.
See, that's
like,
cool.
Blew up.
See, I got to come in after when he was already doing it.
And then he did a song with Snoop Dogg too.
That's
so
big.
It's like, man, doing things. But you also give a lot of love to a lot of the other rappers that, like, you know, did a lot of work.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, bro. Okay, I remember I told you I started like at 16. Well, I didn't just meet Lean Like a Cholo. It all started because you remember a group that used to rap in Spanish called Locura Terminal?
Of course.
So when I was in junior high and all that stuff, these guys were doing it. They had a band and all that. And I remember chasing them with a scooter just to get a free poster, you know, like that's literally before rapping, before all that. So when I really started, my cousin, they used to sell hustle. They were hustlers. They used to sell shoes, like Air Forces, Red Monkey jeans at that time, a bunch of stuff. So my cousin took him a little demo that I recorded in a homemade on a $10 Best Buy microphone and burnt CD, and he gave it to them, and they said bring him over.
Cool.
So they made it real for me. Besides chasing the van and seeing the van here locally, and knowing that they were rappers and Mexican, you know what I'm saying? It showed me it was real, and so they kind of took me to a studio, and ever since then I just never stopped. But then from then, Big Tank took me under his wing. Then I ended up with the Lean Like a Cholo, and then from there I ended up getting a deal with Daddy Yankee's publicist company. Nevada, they flew me out to Miami. I ended up on Gordo y La Flaca at the age of 18. I had a song at the radio at the age. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I don't want to say I got lucky, because I grew up in government homes, bro. Section 8, like straight projects, like what people call the project. We didn't have the money for a computer, for nothing, for a cell phone. Like I told you, I was working at the Swami selling vegetables, bro, just to pay for my cell phone, because I wanted to be. There were cell phones out, and I wanted to be in high school getting girls' phone numbers. Honestly, you know, so like I had to. My mom couldn't pay for it. My dad couldn't pay for it.
But dude, the Swami is like where everybody gets their first jobs, man. The Swami,
getting like $40-$50 a day. So literally, it just everything, I guess, molded me into what I am today. You know, like after the Gordo y La Flaca and the Daddy Yankee, I know it was real for sure, bro. I know, like, I was like, okay, because, you know, like, But I also knew that it depended who you knew at that time. Because that lady, I didn't have a song out. Think about it. I was rolling with Lina Cacholo. That's how she found me. But I didn't have a song out. I didn't have no discography. I didn't have nothing. But she was able to get me on Gordo de la Flaca. How do you explain that to a kid from the projects? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it had something also to do with your charisma, probably too.
But then I also think like her client was Daddy Yankee. So then if you have a new client, this is what I think. She never told me, but I used to think that she was like, okay, you guys want Daddy Yankee? Help me with this kid. Does that make sense?
That and second, I could imagine like, hey, we need to build the scene. So it's like, okay, and different generations too.
And I still keep in touch with her. Her name's Mana Nevadas, with everybody, But after that, I've been with my business partner, which is Hood Space Music, since like 2012. So till today.
Oh, that's loyalty, bro.
Till today, and I've been offered money to leave him. He knows that, and the guy that if he's watching this, he knows. He told me, hey, I'll give you some money, but leave that guy. I said, I'm straight, man.
Loyalty, bro.
Yeah, it's just he's done certain things for me that besides music, like that probably my pop should have done. You know what I'm saying? But so I always feel like I'll never be able to pay him back. You know what I'm saying?
What are some takeaways of like that you learned in the business that you would like to share with other folks?
Don't fall for no hype, man. Don't fall for no hype. I don't care how much it shines, how much it glitters. Don't fall for no. It's probably not gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, a lot of people say they confuse hype with support. And for example, I'm gonna give you an example right now that I went through, and because I could only speak on my experiences. I was hired to promote this online game for like 2 years. I would get paid a lot of money, and but it was basically based on the support you would get. But in the beginning, they were getting anybody with followers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was the one with the least followers, but I was the one that kept coming back, kept getting hired because I had real support. Does that make sense? A lot of these dudes had 200, 300, maybe 500,000 followers, but they couldn't do what I could do. They would probably have, say, it wasn't even about the viewers, because you could have 200 people watching you, but if they're not participating or whatever you're trying to do, engaging, it doesn't matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're just passively there.
Yeah. So if I had 50 people watching me, and it was like, say, because a lot of it was to raise money for a charity. Bro, I raised probably like $1 million.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
But it was not because I had. Go check. I probably have less than 50,000 followers right now.
But they were down. They were down. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, man, we're gonna support.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
active.
I saw it, and I saw that a lot of those rappers or influencers. I'm not gonna call them rapper influencers. A lot of their self-esteem and ego went out the window as soon as I walked in the building, because they knew, like, damn, this fool has the least followers, and he's gonna come do his job and faster than all of us. You know what I'm saying? But I understood that since a kid. Like, I understood that since a kid. Like, we've been selling. I still sell CDs to this day.
That's right.
And not because I think people have CD players, because I know some people are willing to support and to support me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And second, people like actually having
something physical.
Yeah,
I do. It's like
it's big time.
Memorabilia. You know what I'm saying?
Which also brings up your homie Rick, Rick Holden, and the graphics he's designing. So I want to send some love, because I love everybody, all the artistic elements that it takes to make a project happen. You want to share anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rick's been my graphic designer since I've been with my business partner.
Cool,
the jump, man. He does my website, so guys, check out my website, youngquicks.com. The new project I got coming out, History Repeats. I don't have a release date yet, but it's ready. We're working on everything right now behind the scenes. He's doing all the artwork for it, so I'm excited, because to me, this is history repeating again.
It is.
And even with the things going on with the ice and all that stuff, with everything going on, history repeating.
Is a cycle.
The guy that produced the whole album when I was in high school, all the records that were on the radio were produced by him. They were all have his. So now it's like, to me, it's like a full 360. Wow. But I'm the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm the artist. I'm not the kid listening no more. Now I know kids are listening, and I'm aware of that.
Exactly.
And I'm aware of that. A lot of people aren't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have kids personally, but I have nieces and nephews.
Right.
And I don't expect them to glorify me and stuff, but I know that they're listening and watch what I do.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
They want to see, like, they ain't going to tell you, but they want to see you shine. Right?
Or even if they don't, to me, it's just like, if somebody knows me, or they're at their school, or mentions me, I don't want them to be like, oh, your uncle's a clown. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, or he's not a good influence, or whatever. I just think about everybody, man, and everything, and it's crazy, because that's how I've been since a young age.
How do you keep that positive attitude going, man?
Just the fact, I guess, I'm not where I want to be at yet, but the fact that everything that I've wanted to do, I've accomplished, if that makes sense.
No, totally. If like you feel like you're on the way.
Yeah, and I feel like I've never worked a day in my life, even though I've never stopped working. And people will never understand that.
Oh, I get it. It's because you love what you're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not work for somebody else.
And a lot of things that I do are not money motivated. Like I don't like if you talk to me the right way, I'll do something. You know, it's just you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's just the way that. So I think and my family too, man. My family too, because I there's certain things that I guess I promised as kids, and I've done everything I could, and there's like two or three things left that I got to do off my checkoff list, and I'm straight, you know. So it all keeps me motivated and I guess positive to know that like as long as I'm alive, I could do it.